Hey folks, my name's Rick and this is RAGTime, and welcome to the very first edition of What the Hell Is He Doing Today? So today we're going to do a little bit of history, a little bit of backstory, and a little bit of my situation. So my history is I'm a 58-year-old guy from Canada. I live in British Columbia, a small town, a town called Maple Ridge. Proud Canadian. Lived here in Canada my whole life. Started off in Quebec, then Ontario, and then moved out here about 30 years ago. Got 3 kids. My oldest one is 32, and my youngest one is 21, and my middle one is 25. All girls. So my past history as work, I was a journeyman technician for 30 years in telecommunications, installing and servicing people's phone systems and doing data wiring and audio wiring and all sort of things like that. Anything to do with voice communication, data communication, audio. Did that for a bunch of years, mostly installing and servicing people's phone systems and voicemails. Got burnt out real bad from that. My job situation wasn't the best. So ultimately I ended up getting out of that industry entirely, and I got into, I took my class 1 and got into commercial truck driving. And from there I did some shuttle work. After I got my license, I did some shuttle work delivering trucks around various places in the Lower Mainland. From there I went to a dump truck driver locally, truck and pony and truck, just doing local work around town, which was a great job. I loved that job. Unfortunately, they only had 1 truck, and when it was an older truck, and when it broke down, they just didn't have it in them to keep going. So ultimately, they shut down the trucking part of it, and they kept up on the excavation part, and actually they're quite successful, which is awesome. Good for them. They're a good bunch of guys at Blackline. Then I went from there to long haul driving, still moving dirt for the most part. I was moving expensive dirt. Different kinds of ore, copper, zinc, things of that nature. And I also did some slag, which was the stuff that remains after the processing of the ore. Basically, it's iron. They use it in concrete and things of that nature. I also did some gypsum, did some work picking up gypsum as well in just outside of Radiant Hot Springs, and then did some work up in Edmonton as well. And that's where I got hurt, unloading my job. My trailer was frozen, unloading it. Anyway, the load ended up falling and hitting me in the leg, breaking my leg, the tibial plateau, and causing a bunch of nerve damage, ultimately, and 5 surgeries since. My first one was basically from here to up here. That was the very first one, and this one here, which goes from here to there. So basically had both my leg completely apart on both sides. Then I had the next surgery was, that was the emergency surgery. So I actually had rods sticking out of my leg and everything. It was quite dramatic. That was the first surgery. The second one was going in and actually repairing all the stuff with pins and bars and screws and things of that nature. So they did that. The third surgery was actually, what was the third one? 1, 2. The third one was when they decided that they wanted to add an additional plate across the front of my tibial plateau. So that was surgery number 3. They put that plate in. Surgery 4 was after about a year. The pain was still nasty. So they just figured, well, let's go in and take out all the hardware. So they took all of it out except for 1 screw. So that's still in there. So that was number 4, and then number 5 was the complete knee replacement surgery, which happened last month, and I'm still recuperating from that. So that's where I'm at, having worked in 4 years. During that time, I was watching videos and entertaining myself with online content, watching various people, and kind of got a kick out of it. I thought it was interesting. It was entertaining more so than TV. It was just kind of real, so I kind of enjoyed watching it. So I figured when I get healthy, maybe what I'll try to do is do some stuff. I mean, I'm constantly fixing, tinkering, creating, doing things around the house. So I figured, hey, why not record some of this? It could be, for knowledge purposes for my children. They could look at it one day. Things of that nature, put it on the line, and maybe it can help somebody else who struggles with some of the things that I've struggled with through the years. It's certainly a lot easier now with YouTube and things of that nature, because back when I was a young man, we didn't have that. We had manuals, and we relied on our own intuition and manuals and digging and figuring stuff out, which is so much easier today because you just look online and there's usually 100 videos about any subject that you're looking for. So anyway, I decided that I was going to try to do that once I got myself healthy, and I bought, got some equipment for it, mics and tripods, gimbal, things of that nature, and started doing videos. Still working on, I haven't released any yet, but I'm working on a logo of such. So as you know, I've got my catchphrase, which is, or not my catchphrase, my page is, RAGTime, and then my catchphrase is, what the hell is he doing today? So, and we'll expand from that, like a venture edition would be like going out on the motorcycles with the friends or my wife, or ATV, that sort of thing, or it could even be like going for hikes and things of that nature stuff. And then we'll have garage edition, which would probably be the biggest one. That'll be me working in the shop, stuff like repairing the cars, repairing things around the house, creating stuff, things of that nature, just to share that knowledge that I've picked up over the years, be it of any value or not, depending on who you ask, I suppose. So that's what I've done, and I decided to create it, and I'm going to be posting all these probably close to the same time, and we'll see. I'm not doing this to make a bunch of money. I'm not doing this to be famous. I'm just doing it to learn, mostly. I mean, it's been an interesting process, learning the camera angles and all about the cameras, and probably the most interesting part was video editing. I mean, it's quite a lot to it. So that's interesting, and I'm learning. So it's all good. So if you enjoy this kind of stuff, please hang out and check it out and let me know. Give me comments and thumbs up and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching so far. Look forward to you guys seeing my shit, and we'll see you soon.